Here I am. Okay, welcome everybody. So today I want to offer you to try different class. Well, it will be NeuroGraphica. And today the subject is the balance in integration, body, mind, and spirit. So we will work and see how to integrate all three of them, what is getting born when it's integrated, and when how we can expand it, what can be expanded, and really how does it affect you. So I will share my opinions and only my opinions. So if you agree, please let me know. If you don't, even better. So I'm always looking for different opinions. So let me switch the camera and we just start drawing right away. So wait. And I forgot. That's my first class for today. Okay, so this is my paper. Here we are. So I'll show you my drawing, and this is how I worked with this. So this was my drawing about this topic. And we'll see. It can be different today because, you know, it's always different. You never predict what is going on your drawing. So the goal of this class is really about activate the integration, like really what's to see how we can be harmoniously balanced, mind, body, and spirit, how we can listen all of them without judgment, and what does it really mean to us when we listen to them. So I invite you, try it, and we'll see what is going to be born during this process. So first, I invite you to draw 3 circles that will represent body, mind, and spirit. So those, you can look how I'm going to do it, see if it resonates with you or you want to represent them differently. So I can start with mind, body. I overlap them because they really connected. They really affect each other. Okay. Oh, this is mind, body, and spirit. Oh, it's a big one. Interesting. A little bit unexpected. It was more balanced when I did the first one. Something shifted, I guess, from that time. So I invite you to draw this 3 circles. See how they overlap. They have different tasks. They have different purposes. They have different density of matter. Like really, I consider them like that they have different vibrations as well. So the body is a very heavy, very dense, very, it's matter. It's really tangible. The mind, it's harder to catch it, but it still have a very sensible, because when mind, like you can track it, you can follow it, it's still be some some trace of it. So there is it's like, you know, you don't see the wind, but you see the effect of the wind. So like when leaves are moving, you know that wind is going on. So the mind, like when you follow your thoughts and you see that how it's affecting. For the spirit or your heart, what you want, what you really is driven by, what is really motivates you, what really inspires you. I believe this is a spirit. Like when you look and you know deep inside of you, like, this is what I want. This is what feels good to me. You can, there is many different names for it. It could be consciousness, it could be awareness, it could be your, not judgment, but how you see this values, your own values. So it's see how it resonates with you. And to activate all of them, we just start drawing neural lines. We tried to explore, what is my mind want right now? Like, where is all my thoughts are concentrated on? What they really aware of? What's and if you want, you can look at some specific situations, or just in general, like the goal could be just to balance yourself, balance all three of them. Or could be balance all of them related to specific topic, like in my relationship to specific person, or my aspect to work or to creativity. So it's you can be detailed or could be as general as you want. I want it to be just general. I want just balance three of them and be satisfied and happy about them, like see what is really trying to be revealed today. So there is this segment, looks like a triangle. When three of them overlap, this really a channel. For me, it's a channel for the inspiration, for the creativity. When you know what your mind wants, it's aligned with your spirit, and you're doing actions. Like the body is all about actions. It's when you want to have something, like I want a glass of water, you will not manifest anything until you stand up and go and do something, or ask somebody to bring it. Like you still have to do some action. So the body is a very important part. So we consider that, like many people think that, like, oh, if I will meditate all the time, if I will think only about good stuff, my body doesn't matter. It's not. Body is very important. We have to take care of it. It's the body is a representation of your experiences. Body never lies. That's why there is many ancient traditions that gives you some kind of reading of your body, reading of your face. There is a face reading. There are some bumps of your skull reading. There is some body language that people give interpretations. Different wrinkles really can tell you the story of your life. And it's a very important that the body is like a child. It's never lie. It stores everything, all the experiences, all your intense and pleasant experiences, and how you can use them as energy. Like we keep those stories with us, we carry on with them, we are motivated, there is always like if you start remembering something important, some important events in your life, your body will start reacting. There is a book, a very intense book, The Body Keeps the Score. If you want to read, it's more about the traumatized experiences, but there is all information how the body really keep this information. Even your mind try to suppress some memories, body will store it. Body is really what helps you to remember it, so you don't suppress it completely. It's always, there is some kind of memory about it. There is many healing methods through the body. There is a holotropic breath work, there are some rolfing, there is some, like usually they quite harsh. Then even massage could be very healing through the body when you relax it. And Reich and Lone, they were exploring all these possibilities, how to not to activate, like release the trauma stored in your body, even it's from the childhood, using the body itself. So like there is a lot of methods, psychological methods to access your trauma, through the body. So it's very important to embrace and keep heal your body, like heal and support and see really what the body wants. Trust it. We try to listen to our mind, and our mind has different goals. Mind is really, it's a tool to analyze how to be attuned with reality, how to be attuned with what is going on around us without really living in your own world, in your own dream, but always checking out like what is going on around me, how I can be safe, how I can be communicating with other people, be adequate, good with other people, reasonable with them. So this is the mind, what is doing. And how to, all this, it's sorting out all these opportunities and experiences that are surrounding you. The only challenge, how to consider it as a tool, big, important, but still be tool, instead of must give it like 100% responsibility for everything that is going on in your mind. So that it's, we, instead of mastering it, we give it like it's become a ruler, and it's nothing good can come out of it. Like when we try to analyze everything, we're trying to suppress all our other desires, and it's quite challenging to take it back. So explore all them, like see what you want, what's your body? What is your body really asking you for? Maybe it's asking for time out, like for relaxation, for maybe for some gentleness. Maybe it's asking for some exercise, because if we have a lot of energy, and energy could be too much energy could be poisonous. So see if you need to use this energy in a sports, in a creative way. Maybe you want to be more connected with nature. So be very experiencing simple ways, simple lives. And it could be very healing for some people. Maybe it requires some attention, medical attention, or maybe it requires more water. So see what your body is craving for, like crying for. So it's really what we need. And we explore it and harmonize it. We don't, if your body is not as you expect, like you feel like that it's not representing who you are, see what needs to be changed, what needs to be different, because body is always a reflection. But it's not just a reflection, it's a gift for you to accomplish something in your life. Maybe you need some challenges, maybe you need some experiences that will help you to expand your personality, your soul, your spirit, your mind, your ability to to grow. So see what's what it is. Again, I come back to the same example. My cousin was paralyzed, and at some point she said, like, you know, because I was did not have to take care of some like job and all other stuff, I was able to concentrate on something different, on creativity, on communication. And it was, I cannot say that it was a blessing, but it was not really limitation. There was challenges, but it's not, she never used her body as an excuse to avoid communication with other people, or to say it like, I cannot learn something because I have these challenges. It's so see, maybe you can, because of some specifics of your body, you can learn something differently. You can discover something different. You can use something different. It's opportunity to expand your awareness of some things in your life. And I wanted to, body is another thing, that body is a very dense matter. So it has this quality that it's hard to change the direction. So in there, so it's the word inertia, or like how to spell it? Like I will.
Inertia.
So it's really how we. So it's whatever it used to do, it's keep doing until we change it. So it's we need to be aware of it. But when we train, when we give it create some routine, so give it support and emotional support as well, we start, it's become very natural to us. We become very organic and feel pleasant. Body is built to move, it's built to be active. We like many people who start exercising, it's very challenging at the beginning, but later there is some craving. You feel more energy activated because of this experiences, because of this action, because of the movement. So you just need to see how you can start your body move. Okay, spirit. Let's go to spirit. What you really feel you need to do, like when some questions are happening in your life, some choices. In most cases, the first impression, like, I really want to do this one, I really want to try, I have some urge to try this, to talk to this person. I want, like, we have this very deep inside of us, this knowledge. So how we can trust this knowledge when it's coming not from your head, well, not from your mind, not from the analyzing all this situation, but how you can really look beyond your mind and see what your heart wants, what your values really trying to tell you. Like, will you be happy after 20 years? Will you be, or you will judge yourself if you do it differently? So there is a, see what you want to do, what you want to experience, who you want to help. So there is a lot of motivation coming from somewhere that we are not aware of. And it could be completely opposite to all the logic that you have, but it makes you feel happy. It makes you feel satisfied. Even if you don't tell anybody, like, there is a really, it's not a question about bragging about it, but it's a question of feeling satisfied, feeling peace, joy of your actions, how you can be happy with this. And I see that happy and joy are a little bit different words. For joy is a little bit more than just happy. Happiness usually caused by something, but joy could be internal. Joy could be just feeling connection to something bigger, something more powerful, more meaningful in your life is already creates joy in you. So how we can listen more what is going on inside of us, how we can listen for the when something challenging coming in our way, and we can without, like, first impression will be, oh, it's a judgment. Why is it happening to me? I don't want. See if you feel confident, calm inside of you related to this experience. How you find the resources in this deep knowledge. It's very simple, like, very, there is usually the best solution is very organic one. When we don't try to analyze it too much, and the first solution is like, wow, this is what I really want. Like, it's a very vague and not vague, it's happened like this intuition is really like, well, second, and it's gone. It's very hard to follow it. It just appear and disappear at the same time, like really very fast. You have to trust this first movement in your soul, in your spirit. Like really, it talks to you, but you need to trust this first movement of your soul. Because if you can't track your thoughts, the spirit is really not as loud. It's a whisper. It's really give you a chance to talk, to experience it only when you attuned to it, when you're ready to listen. So it's a very high vibration, and you can try to activate it more when you meditate, when you look inside of you. But it requires some concentration. You need to calm down your mind, take care of your body, and really listen to your spirit, really listen to what is trying to tell you, what is purposes. And it's interesting, like when we have this intuition, like, oh, I had, like, for example, some of these people you invite in your life, and like later you somehow experience that it wasn't as you expected, and it's like, I had this feeling that it will not end well or something. There was you usually have this memory of some kind of suggestions from above. So see how it's really working. So I round my lines and crossings right away, so I don't want to overwhelm any of them. I'm more and more concentrated on like really harmonizing lines, how to activate them. And in the middle, so when we have this awareness, what I really want, like deep inside of me, what is drives me, my motivation, what I really will be satisfied, what kind of solutions I will be satisfied. When you know, this gives the spirit talking. When you can use your mind to analyze the purpose of it in your life, and you have this awareness, this consciousness, like, okay, I want it. What do I want it for? How it's maybe helpful to me? What kind of benefits I will have from this? Sometimes from the very ridiculous and silly solutions, but there still be some kind of benefits out of it. And you take some actions to achieve it. So this really creates this beautiful intersection. And I consider this intersection when we become a creator. We follow our wish, we have the awareness of this wish, and we have this consciousness decision to follow it, like consciousness meaning of it, conscious purpose. Like we understand, we not just trust the feeling, but we understand the purpose, how big it is, the responsibility we take, and we do some actions. So this area, the intersection of these 3 circles, like in my case, it's a very small one, triangle, but it's creates a channel of creativity when it seems like you, and it's not just about art, it's about attitude in your life, like what you can create. You create your children's, your creations as well. You create your job, your work. It's all about attitude to life. So this is how you can expand it, how you can make it bigger. And it's interesting. I'll show you on a separate page so you don't do it on your own, but you can see how it's working. So, for example, if I have 3 circles and I want to expand, like, okay, so I'm ready to expand this area of creativity. I want to be consciously a creator of my reality. And if you tried to focus on expanding make it bigger, make it, but externally bigger, like if you go outside, it really does not affect anything inside of you. This channel will be exactly the same size. It really does not make it bigger. Nothing really changed. Your body is bigger, your mind is bigger, your spirit can be bigger, but the creativity itself doesn't go anywhere. But if you, because you expanding externally, you expanding what's to the environment, like some other people can notice it. But if you concentrate on exploring your internal potentials and you go inside, internal grow, like this, externally, you will look exactly the same. Nothing really has changed, but you're getting bigger inside. Your channel will get bigger. So originally it was this side. And if you grow internally, it will create this beautiful space inside of you. It's a huge channel of creativity when you will be aware of everything that happens in your life has its own purpose. Everything has a meaning, and everything has a positive meaning to grow, to expand, to experience as a soul, as a spirit, as a human being. So all this information always goes in, all this inside. Like I believe you notice there are some people who are glowing from inside out. This is where they have this awareness, like when they listen to what they want, they listen what they understand what they want, very focused on it, and they do actions. They don't just sit and dream. They really do some actions. Maybe it's local actions. Maybe it's not on a global scale, but it's there is some. They do changes. Like they're responsible for changes. So if you want to expand this area of creativity, to be a creator on your full potential, see if you want to grow bigger your circles internal. If you want to look inside of you, find the center and expand it. See if it's even there, if you have the desire, or this channel is enough for you right now. So there is no like there is no forcement, like, oh, you must do it. Like maybe even if they start touching, it's enough for you. Just open the stream of intuition, the stream of creativity, And again, the creativity is not just about art, it's about everything that you do in your life. And you can go. So you can go internal and just bring more awareness of it. So I don't want really to be changed outside. The outside, the way I look, the way I feel, the way I radiate joy externally will be affected. But I always start from changing myself. I'm not going to try to change the world because I am the world. I am this huge potential of the universe. And I start always from internal. It's enough. Usually people who try to change other people are never try to change themselves. Like it's such an illusion that we can change anybody. It's better if you just concentrate on your own experiences. Okay, spirit. And see how do you feel when you give yourself much bigger channel of create. How do you feel when you consider yourself as a creator, as a representation of creator? Because you do create, you create your own reality. So NeuroGraphica is really helps you to feel free and responsible at the same time that you are creating whatever is around you. You are has this power, very gentle, but still be power. You can see that it can be very spiritual experience when you drawing something and it starts happening. There is so much changes because of this awareness. Like this is really when we ask, like, how do you feel? How's your body reacting? What's your thinking? What's your emotions? This is when we try to be attuned to everything that is going on inside of you, all these 3 points of awareness. So see how you feel when you become bigger and more powerful creator. So it's do you feel overwhelmed? Do you feel joy? Do you feel empowered? When you are not a victim of your life, but a creator of it. It's interesting. I was listening one girl, one lady on YouTube, she's Russian, and she said, like, before following somebody, spiritual teachers or some methods that you really want to follow, look at the person who is presenting this method. Do you resonate with this person? Does this person represent the life that you want? Like, if this person really inspire you, because if they follow what they're teaching and you resonate with this, you want to be the same, follow the teaching. If for some reason they teach and you has this resistance to the person, something is with the method. It could be very, very obvious. So see how you attuned to some teaching, some methods, some spiritual guidance that some gurus provide. So it's very important to see how, like, if the person already following their own teachings, do you like what you see or not? Okay, I'm just like realized that maybe not everybody will resonate with me. It's okay. I was just yesterday, I was listening this 4 Agreement book, and I promise you that we are going to draw this topic. I just need to figure out how we are going to do, because I feel like I'm missing something very important from that book. I already listened it twice, and I need to like really grab the idea when I feel like, wow, this is what I want to teach. The book is telling about how we looking for attention, and it's really resonated with me. How easily we're losing ourselves, what we really want to experience when we're concentrated on attention. Okay, so we have a question about from Facebook page, from Facebook group. What kind of pen do you use? I use Uniball pen, Signa, number 153. You can buy them, it's a 1.0. So the 153 black. They can come in sets of blue, red, dark blue. There are some silver, gold, and white, the same, Signa 153. So there are different colors. I like them because they are waterproof, fade proof, and shade proof. So they made in Japan. They're not very cheap, but I used to use Sharpie all the time, so now I use these ones. And like this 153 is a 1.0, so they're quite bold. It's easy to use them. There are some other things that are different, and they are much thinner. But thinner requires like they're good for details, but for the filling big areas, it's quite a challenge. So they much thinner lines. You can buy not 153 model, but different ones, even in Costco. So they could be a very reasonable price. So this is a little bit answer to the question. Okay, so see how,
Can you tell people that we are having a promotion for the basic user class?
Oh, thank you for reminding. I completely forget about it. When I start drawing, I forget about all this marketing we have to do. Yes, we have a deal. If you sign up for the basic user course by the end of August, which not so much time, we have one free coach session, individual one. So please let us know if you are interested. This could be very beneficial for everyone who wants to learn more. Like really, we learn more about principles of NeuroGraphica, about pyramid of consciousness, history of it, and a lot more that I never really talked about during those classes. It's And there will be some certifications related to it that are presented, like backed up by Russian Institute Psychology of Creativity. So if you're interested, Nat is the best person to to contact to because she's just a little bit more organized with all this stuff. Okay, a question about the circles on my first drawing. We are going there because when we start activating this power of creator inside of us, we start creating. What do you want to create? What kind of maybe it's a situation, maybe it's manifesting some not situations, but items in your life, people in your life, invite something in your life. So, and if you're ready to create, you can see where in your environment you want to create it. When we balance inside, when everything is aligned inside of you, the environment around you will be resonating and will be manifesting what is inside of you. So the the focus, first of all, goes inside. I feel, I understand, and I do some actions to align myself. And when you're ready, stuff starts appearing in your life. Really, some people think that like it looks like, oh, I haven't done anything, and the sky is just like full of gifts. They're falling from the sky to me, and it's some people think that it's even could be unfair, like they tried so hard and nothing really happened to them, and here we are, like some person who laughing and smiling and doesn't represent like they really do something heavy and hardworking. Even if they do, like they have this different attitude to life and everything happens to them. Those people drives crazy everybody else. And be those people. Be free, be happy, and don't have to represent like you are suffering to achieve big goals. Big goals will be happening inside of you. Your biggest goal to align yourself, so everything will appear in your life. Everything you want, everything that, and when everything appears, you will know that it has a purpose. You will know that it really has a meaning and you did something very important to get it. Because when it's appeared in your life, you need to be ready to accept it. Many people have like so many opportunities around them and they don't see those opportunities because they are not aligned with them. Like they don't feel they worth to have it. They don't feel they has enough knowledge or enough wisdom or enough need to get it. So you need to be focusing on yourself, but be aware of the surroundings. Be aware of all these opportunities that will be appearing in your life. It's I'm big believer in it. Like when we concentrated on focused on ourselves, life is getting better and better. And when you see every experience, every process in your life as a positive experience, as a meaningful experience, there will be different attitude to everything. Like, oh, like other people will suffer and like complain about, let's say, about COVID-19. oh, everybody is isolated, everybody has challenging times. For me, personally, COVID-19 is a blessing. I would be very limited in how I can pursue my teaching, and I would be very limited because there would be no need, there would be no desire to be outside of my shell, outside of my house. So be those people who see an opportunity in everything, and it's and use those opportunities. Use them right now, don't delay, because opportunity is a really very fast moving chances, like the god that represent opportunity, luck, is very fast moving. Today you have this opportunity, tomorrow it could be gone. So don't delay. If you have this inner knowing, like, okay, so this is something that I want to try it. See, experience, see if it's makes any sense to you. And it's I'm like really opportunist lately, so I take every chance to expand my horizons, to talk to people that you are attracted to, like to talk to read the book that you delay for, I don't know, till retirement. I have so many books, and thank God we have audio books now, so I can listen to them, and it's really makes life much easier, more fulfilled right now. So, and again, don't just dream, do something. Do something small. You don't really have to do very big decision, big actions right now. Like when something, when the seed starts growing, it's very weak, it's very small, and it's even hard to recognize what kind of plant is growing from it, because it always look very similar. Like if you have this, I don't know, the seed of a cucumber, carrots, and tomatoes will look very similar. Like there is always two leaves. It's hard to recognize what kind of the plant it is at the beginning, but give it a try. Like nurture it, see what else it needs, how you can help it, and it starts growing and it starts expanding, and it starts giving you fruits and satisfaction. So try. You need to try. You need to plant the seed. And maybe the seed was golden, and it will create this big achievement in your life. But if you start judging yourself, okay, so there is nothing really happens, there is nothing, there is so much other people around, you will definitely not achieving anything. So you don't have to invest a lot of time and money in starting something. Just play with this. Play with see how simple it could be. Maybe your goal is really to simplify it, some process. Maybe you find something unique in it. There is always opportunity to change the way it used to be before you. So be creative. You are the creator. So this is the channel. In this channel, really receiving the information. When everything is aligned, you open the channel, this information from other levels, from other realms. You can access your consciousness. You can access this huge, enormous, energetic and informational database that will give you the drive to achieve something big. So, or something small, depending on your goals, depending on your desires. So I'm motivating everybody, like start creating something. Not everybody has to draw, but you can do something different. Like if you try as a child was playing musical instrument and you enjoyed it and you really felt it brings you satisfaction, try it. See, maybe it will satisfy and bring the joy again. Be connected with something that you always wanted to do. You can start just listening, like just Google where you can learn it, what you need to, what kind of tools you may have, something that really wanted to experience. There will be never perfect time. You creating this perfect time for yourself, and why today is not more or less perfect than tomorrow. So do it today. Do a first step, experience it. It's interesting. By the end of your life, people, our lives, like people don't have so much regrets about what they've done, but what they haven't done, what they haven't dared to try. So it's I would encourage you, try whatever you want. If you feel it's right for you, like if you feel that you have this internal desire, internal motivation, that it's will be that it's not just coming from my mind, like, okay, so everybody wants to have this specific, car, and I need to have this as well. But maybe you want to have a bicycle, and it will be much more pleasant for you. It will be different, but it's something that you want. Don't afraid to be different. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know. So create those circles. You don't even have to.
On
Yes.
Facebook, we have a question about how to get certification to be certified in, and you can tell about different levels as well.
In the basic user course. So the basic user course, we have 4 classes, 1 pre-recorded class, and we're thinking if we want to do another pre-recorded class. So total will be 10 hours, mostly practice, a little bit theory. You will learn 4 algorithms, understand more science behind the NeuroGraphica, because it's very practical in how you can use it for different reasons or for different purposes. So this is a prerequisite for any additional continuous education. We have 3 levels: basic user course, we have specialist level, and we have instructor level. So the specialist course will start in September. If you're afraid that you are not making the basic user course before the specialist level we will have everything will be recorded and you can just listen later. Is there anything else I missed, Nat? I think that's
the instructor. No?
Instructor level is so the specialist level is for those who already knows how to work with people. It's coaches, counselors, psychologists, some teachers. Like we don't teach how to work with people, but we teach this additional instruments that they can use with their clients. There are some restrictions about using the name NeuroGraphica, but we really give instrument of 10 different exercises, algorithms that they can use with their clients. It's quite a generous course, like everything that you learned on basic user course, plus additionally 6 in the specialist level, so all of them. It requires some homework to do, some practice with their clients, practice maybe on each other, how to use those algorithms. So they really aware, like really knows what to do. And the certificates will come directly from Institute Psychology of Creativity. So instructor level is usually a 9 months program, and it's a huge personal transformation. It has different blocks that you can, if you don't want to become instructor but just take some separate algorithms blocks, you can do it. I felt like this was one of this very powerful transformation for myself during the instructor level, and instructor level will be taught next year. Most likely in March we'll start. So we still trying to figure out what will be the best timing for it. But it's a lot to share in instructor level. So everything that I'm teaching you, it's my personal stuff. The only algorithms that I showed from this instructor level was about time. The rest is only my stuff that I made up based on the knowledge I received as an instructor. So there will be very unique, very different algorithms on instructor level that I've never mentioned during my teaching. So it's but you see how you can be very creative about everything that is surrounding you. An instructor already can teach, they can promote NeuroGraphica, they can really be part of the school as well. So it's a very interesting level. A lot to learn, a lot to process for your own stuff. Like everything that we learn, everything that we teach, we pass it through ourselves. So this is a little bit information about those courses. So see if you want to join us. We're always happy to work with everybody. So the specialist level will be taught by me. So if you want more lectures, not lectures, like more experiences, more algorithms, more exercises, and better understanding what they mean, it will be the best for you. So Okay, so see, let's go back to the drawing. If anything else I forgot, Nat, let me know. So, I'm always carried away with all this, whenever I teach, because I'm quite a selfish teacher. Everything that I try to teach, my goal is to process it myself and transform my life. If I'm talking about the balance, it's because I need some balance and I feel that this is the best for me. And I hope you will be the same way. Like when you really trying to help yourself before you want to share anything to the world, because when you need to have this, you have to be full of energy, full of inspiration, full of love and joy, so you can share it with other people. Because if you don't have anything and you're just looking for an attention, this is a dead end. There will be more depleting of energy. There will be more depleting of self-satisfaction and joy and love. You will be exhausted very fast. So you, like always, go back, look inside what you need right now, give it to yourself. Take care of yourself, embrace yourself. You are the most important. Your body, your mind, your spirit. Like this is who you taking care of constantly. Small children, very important as well, but you will not be able to take care of them if you don't take care of yourself first. So be very mindful, very supportive to yourself. Like be your best friend, best, I don't know, cheerleader, best fan of yourself. If you don't love yourself, it's very hard to find anybody who will love yourself. Like, and it's will be, and you will be, you will depend so much on somebody else's opinion. Like if you have to have very clear opinion about who you are, what motivates you. Be very honest to yourself. Like it's a, I don't know. If you like yourself, don't be shy. I'm not a very modest person, but it's and it's okay, because you need to know, you need to cherish yourself, like because you are unique and you are beautiful and you are powerful, and it's look at yourself as a creation and representation of a creator. It's like if you're created, there is a big meaning of your existence. So try to find what is this meaning. What is the purpose of you? You are divine creature. So allow yourself to unlock this divinity inside of you. And when you unlock your own divinity, you will recognize that everybody else is divine. It's so simple. Like when I feel that yeah, I'm powerful, I see that other people powerful as well. So it's a very important to see your own potential before you can recognize anybody else. The other way, there will be jealousy, there will be some regrets, disappointments. So people are just mirrors. Like there is everything, just a reflection of our own powers. And it's because we recognize those reflections. It's we see only what we have inside of us. based on our own database, on our own experiences. Okay, so I think I have enough lines and I can start coloring. So see what kind of colors you want.
And somebody on Facebook is asking, is saying, so I draw the line that follows my heart. Say anything about the heart line?
So the heart and spirit is really, for me, it's the same. So it's really, when we look inside of us and looking like, what is my heart wants? I believe the spirit is really located in the heart area. It's not just my physical organ wants, it's like, but what my spirit wants, what motivates me, what is really inspires me. So this, you just follow them and see, maybe they will bring some new opportunities to you, like if you follow your heart. Is your heart connected to your body and to your mind? Or is it you are just a dreamer that I want a lot, but do nothing to achieve my dreams? So I want you to really not just follow these lines from your heart, from your mind, but draw them from the center where there is a balance, when there is a opportunity to create, like when you integrating all parts of you, very important, very valuable, very big for everything that you do in your life. Okay, coloring. So see which colors you want to try. If maybe it's something different. You can choose different colors for different parts and see how they not in, like really blend together, how they complement each other. So you can give them meaning, like this color will represent my heart, this will like spirit, this one will represent my mind and my body. So, and by the end, you can look at your drawing and see what is there balance in colors as well, how they can complement each other, how they can support each other. So you can see. Okay, I will be this way. I will choose 3 colors. You can use different shadings if you want. So just experience what wants to be. Okay, so first will be quite intense colors. Start coloring. As always in NeuroGraphica, we color separate several segments together in big shapes, connecting parts in wholeness, and it creates bigger meanings, bigger purposes, bigger connections. So play with this. See, like try to see where they follow you, like where they guiding you. We are not trying to like really try to. The best compliment when we have is like when I see in descriptions of our students, like, I felt like this color wanted to be here and I just allowed to be there. So like when people really allow the drawing talk to them, like they allow the drawing speak and be attuned to their subconsciousness, because the drawing is a representation of their subconsciousness and your subconsciousness as well. So This is follow what it wants, which colors, how they blend, how they connect it to each other. Again, like even if you take already 2 or 3 colors, there will be like a million options how to blend them, how to color your drawing. And your drawing, even just lines, already a very unique experience. Like nobody else can repeat your lines. Your lines are charged with your emotions, with your experiences, with your what else? Body reactions as well. It's a lot of information are contained in those lines. Different processes. Just play with this, see how it working. Quite dark color. Okay, so it will be green. Again, like if you choose the color and you are for some reason it's not the shade that you want, like especially if you color with markers and like usually the cup is not what you expect, like the cup tells you that it will be one color and it's actually completely different. See what the beauty about this color. There's no coincidences that you pick this color. Okay, maybe it's some intensity that you want to experience, or maybe be creative about it, how this intensity can be supporting everything else, how it can, what kind of processes it can activate, emotions in your awareness. Like we always focused on what is going on with my body, what is going on with my, if there is any insights I'm experiencing right now. So there will be new opportunities. You don't have to be limited to the 3 colors. You can experience as like, you can try to do like as many as you want. You can blend different colors and it's always fun to do, fun to try. See how they complement each other, or they very create a big contrast on your drawing. So just interesting. You can play with them. Okay. So I usually start with light colors, like, except this time with this green color I did quite intense first, and use some other shades of the same color on top to create some shading, so create some interesting value as well. So see how you want, see if you want to do something different. You don't have to color everything, so usually about 70% colored and 30 uncolored are the best proportion. But different topics and different people can have different experiences. There was time when I colored almost every of my drawing for quite long time was 100% colored. There were very intense drawings, but I felt like I needed it. So there was, for me, it was a challenge to leave uncolored space. And I just allowed myself to draw and color as much as I felt is comfortable for me. I don't have to judge. I don't have to really force anything. I can, with NeuroGraphica, I can do whatever I want. And I invite you to play with this as well. So you don't have to ask permission, like, can I color this way or can I color this way? You can. You are an artist. You are a creator of your life. So play with this. Try something new and tell me later if it worked out or not. It's always fun. And if it's not working from the first time, you can try one more time and see. Maybe it will be from the second time, will be better. Okay, where do you want to go? You may color separate circles with the same color. See if it's something that you want to do. Or you can just color partially and combine different colors inside of one circle. It's always an opportunity. And another thing that I've just noted, like this intersection that we call creativity and the creator potential is really a very soft, very balanced triangle. The triangle shape has a potential of a leader. It's a leadership. When you say that you want to create something, that you want to change something, you're taking a leadership role of a leader. Like you're really saying like, okay, I'm not satisfied what I see. I want to do it differently. It may create some conflict, but the creativity itself is the best way to express your leadership. Again, the creativity is not just about art, it's about anything. It could be about business, it could be about sports, it could be about relationships. So you could be very creative in different areas. And just the creativity, it's, in my opinion, it's an attitude to life that you, yes, I am taking some actions to implement my desires because I feel it's needed, because I feel there is a lot of meaning to it. So you activate all three areas, all three important parts of you, your mind, your spirit, and your body as well. So see how it's playing for you. I love to create this beautiful flow of energies. If you feel that you want to do something different, like just create different shapes, big shapes that are not flow, please do so. There is no, if everybody will do the same as somebody, like as a teacher, there will be no opportunity to grow and expand. So I really love how people get creative with NeuroGraphica and different materials, instruments, tools. And they have different realizations as well. So it's a very interesting. Okay, so it's a.
Anna,
Yes.
can I show you mine so far?
Okay, show me. Okay. It looks like a moon.
Yeah.
So
Three moons.
Three moons. Okay, so moon is all about nurturing what you want. Like you really like, what do you want? So ask yourself 3 times. First of all, very beautiful lines. I love how many of them that they are really unpredictable and they go in all directions. See that one corner is more lines, the bottom may have a little bit more. So see if you want to add a little bit more. So feel, grow a stronger root system, stronger support from the earth.
Okay.
And so you emphasized the internal growth, like that, like focus internal. So you have this interesting how it's. Which one did you grow the most?
This one is the spirit.
The spirit, the yellow one. Okay. See that spirit almost integrated, completely integrated the like the what is another on the bottom. So is it body?
This one's the mind.
The minds?
That one's
Okay.
the body.
So you should be very connected to your subconsciousness. You really listen to it. So this is a very important, like not just be attuned to it, but really listen to it and follow it, because it's a great opportunity. In ideal world, everything just become one circle. When we really have this 100% integration, all of them, see how you want to expand those colors externally, because the environment around you will be just a reflection of what is going on inside of you. Do you want it to be different colors, or you want to just expand those colors that you already introduced to your drawing? So
I kind of see a person standing here. Just looking at it here.
From the back?
Yeah, just like a figure, a person.
Yeah, I see the head and shoulders. Yeah, I see it as well. So
the legs.
Is it do you have a sense, is it male or female figure?
Initially male.
Is there any messages from him?
It also looks like a finger. Like that's the fingernail and this is the finger. Ooh. I didn't see any of that the other way. That's also why I like showing it to you, because I get a different perspective even just around and seeing it on the big screen.
Yes, it's a very interesting experience when you just take a picture of it and you look at the drawing from different perspective, on a different scale. It has so many different meanings, new meanings to you. Yeah, I see the finger and I see the man.
Either a thumb or a person.
Yeah, it's something, maybe it's a summed up. So something that you are on the right track. It's a very important. So I'm looking forward to see how you really integrate all these colors.
Me too.
You can blend different shades. Your drawings are usually very colorful, so I'm really interested how it will be played out.
We'll see. Thank you, Anne.
Mine is like very dark today. Like interesting. Like I feel like I'm very cheerful, and my drawing doesn't seem like one. Okay. Maybe there is a very important message there. Some intensity. I feel like yeah. And if you have any questions or just comments or about anything that you want to share with us, this is the best time. We really getting in the state of the coloring is usually, for me, is the moment of inspiration when you try to something new, something unpredictable, even more than lines. Lines create mess. And you have to sort it out, but colors, they're already beautiful by itself. Even if they don't look as you expected, even if they go nowhere not where you expected, they still be beautiful. It's colors representing emotions. We feel our process, our thoughts with emotions, and how we resonate with them, how we feel supported by them, guided by them. It's a very interesting. So they can be very colorful, they can be very cheerful, or they can be just intense. And they'll still be beautiful. So it's somebody, I don't know, I was talking so much lately that it's at some point I lost track, like when I read something in the book, or did I myself came up with something. So I don't want, let's say that I read it. That emotions, like children, like you cannot pick the favorite one and give the all attention and joy to this one. Like, try to embrace each of them, see how they interact, how they play, how they want to be expressed. And it's even if they could be not as cheerful, not as joyful as something else, but still they need you. They want to be seen, they want to be heard, they want to be, just be. Like when we try to suppress anger, or when we try to suppress sadness, we're limiting ourselves. We basically say like, oh no, this one I don't want to feel, this one I don't want to be connected to, and they start acting out. Like if you had children, if you have children, you know, like when you ignore them, they bring your attention very fast. So I want you to cherish each child, each emotion, each experience. Yes, each of them are beautiful and unique. So, okay. So what am I going to do with this green color? Green color. What am I going to do with here? What if I do some? You may try to combine markers and pencils. It's usually quite interesting experience when you have some bright spots, and you can highlighters are good for this purpose because you can use pencils on top of it. They are not as intense, they bright, but they are not as intense as other markers. So you can try to play with them. Personally, I'm not a big fan, but as an opportunity, you may try. See, maybe it will be your favorite tool. My favorite tool is dry highlighters. Okay. Let's see. I don't know why, but I want to make it a little bit brighter. So the green represents my body. Okay, and maybe my body just needs some rest. But it feels like a little bit intense. Yeah, it's interesting. Like the moment I mention it, like the shiverings goes around my body, like it resonates, like I got the message. Okay, I'll do my best to give you rest. So I don't overwork. Yeah. Many people consider the mistaken the laziness and time for rest. Like sometimes we work too hard and don't dedicate specific time when we can just allow our body to rest. But body needs it, and it starts request sometime, and it's because we feel guilty for doing not what we plan to do. We consider it as a laziness. In some cases it is, but in some it's just we require some rest. Okay, so it's a very interesting green color happened on my drawing. I don't know how to. I don't know. It's I cannot say that I'm satisfied with this color yet. Maybe tomorrow morning I will have a better solution when I look at it with my daylight. Now it's already dark outside. Okay, so it's almost 8 p.m. in Seattle area. Okay, yellow, yellow, yellow. So many people was asking about chakras, if we are going to continue with chakras we will. I just cannot say exactly when we are going to do. The plan is to do all 7 of them. We just tried different things. They on the list. Right now, I'm want to do this 4 agreements that I feel that is very powerful information, and I want to see how it could be integrated with NeuroGraphica. And we'll see. We'll see what is coming first, this chakras or the 4 agreements. I will follow what my spirit will tell me. Oh, it didn't sound so beautiful. It sounds like I'm from some mental hospital. So, okay, I will follow my heart. This sounds a little bit more appropriate. Okay. And as always, after you finish coloring, we add field lines and we do highlight what we want to remember. What is the most important on your drawing? What you want to emphasize?
I struggled with this part of it a few times recently, you know, where it's sort of like what I've done, and then you have to do these lines over the top of it. Think, no, I don't want to. You know, there's
like
quite a lot of
with
resistance
field
there.
line, you mean field lines or fixation? What
Both.
is both?
Yeah.
It does struggle for many people, and I have to say that like originally, like when Pavel just like 6 years ago developed this method, the fixation wasn't even there. It was added later. And the fixation is really has some challenging, and field lines are challenging because it requires trust. It really requires allow something big, bold, and powerful go through yourself, go through this beautiful, sometimes gentle drawing, and bring this boldness to you, and align everything. Like you're, it does require trust. The fixation is challenging because it's a choice. You need to make a choice. You need to choose. You need to say like, okay, so this is my priority. I'm focusing my energy on this one. You have, it's not like giving up to other opportunities, but it is refocusing energy. And like you making priorities, you select something that is most important for you. And it could be very bold. Like it's not just you say like, okay, maybe I will focus on something like this. Is really, you make it bold. You announce to the world like, okay, so I will focus on this topic. I will focus on this element. This element is very important for me. So it's a challenge.
It sort of gets you off the fence, right? It forces you to make a decision.
Yeah, decisions. Yeah, the right word. Yeah. It is the right word. And it's challenge. So some people really, when they have challenging to make decisions, they choose several objects to highlight. It's very hard to narrow. For me, at the beginning, when I just started drawing, for me, I was able, like, field lines was easy peasy for me. I really enjoyed the flow, and I love that it creates a tunnel of energy, that it's calming and it's so powerful and it's bold, and like I loved it, everything about it. But fixation, when you have like, when you enjoy so much the flow, how you can not stop it, but it felt like at some point it felt like I'm stopping the flow and really focusing on the moment, not just being and guided, but feeling like, okay, so all my attention goes here. So instead of be just in the flow, but be in the present moment and focusing on some very important elements. Oh, I struggled a lot with this one. It took me several months to realize the importance of fixation, how I can really, like when you walk on the stairs, you cannot just fly on the stairs, like there could be, but it's you need to celebrate the achievements. Like you put your like you step on one step, like you make one step and another step, and you celebrate the achievement. Like there will be no reaching to the top if you don't have this each step has the value, and the fixation really helps you to recognize the value of each stage of the process. Usually a big process requires several drawings, and fixation just is an anchor to recognize the stages. Like, okay, so I achieved, this is important. Next time I can go from this point deeper or higher or wider, so I can use this fixation as a base to grow and expand my process. So this was quite a change for me, and now there is no problem for me to highlight anything, to draw any field lines. It's really, you're changing the perception to something, and for different people it will be different. So you can see what will be your interpretation for the fixation and for field lines. What good experience you find in it, not because for you the value will be a little bit different than for me, just based on your own experiences and your own challenges.
I think for me it's a reminder that in NeuroGraphica it's not about the actual artwork, it's about the process, and just a reminder that it's what's going on inside. So when I get hung up on what I'm actually drawing and how good it looks or whether I like it or not, it's really not the point. And so yeah, I think that's when I had the resistance to modifying it, because you can't, as you always say, you can't stuff it up. There's no right or wrong drawing. It's more about just listening to what's going on inside. So yeah, I found if I'm thinking about one thing in particular, or part of it just makes my mind sort of wander off and explore different thoughts that I wasn't having before, then I suppose it's quite easy in that sense just to put the fixation on that part and say, oh, this is the part that stimulated your thinking in some other way. And so yeah, there's been other drawings though where I actually want to invite in energy, or I want to force my attention away from something, and so I can do the fixation there as well. But yeah, I think the biggest resistance for me is just if I forget what the point is, and the point isn't necessarily the drawing itself.
It's true. The process is the priority, like what is going on inside. And another thing that the boldness that the fixation brings, it's only standing out when there is such a huge contrast between everything that is surrounded. Like if you integrate, if you blend some, bring different accents to the surroundings, make them just not as bold, but harmoniously interacting with the element, it will be more pleasant to look for you, because even the drawing is secondary important. There still be some life hacks that you can feel satisfied with this. It's it could be something that you can do. You can try. Maybe it's an opportunity, and it's another thing that, like when we bring the lines of very thick line, it gives the drawing the depth. The different thickness of lines create the depth of drawing, of experiences, different perspective. So, if everything are the same, like just the same thickness, the same sizes, it will be like a two-dimensional drawing, and it really doesn't give you some exploration. What is beyond? What is closer to you? What is far away from you? And when you allow yourself to be deeper, to go deeper, it's just more interesting to look at, to more interesting to feel. And some drawings you can't even like look, and you see that how elements are, there is a 3D perspective. It's I don't know, sometimes it's a very powerful experience when you look at the situation as a 3D model, even without really trying to create this 3D effect. It just appeared. You look and you see differently what is closer to you, what is far away, what is, and everything still be, even it's a different depth, it still be, everything is connected. You're concentrated on some area and everything else resonates with it. It's interesting. Okay, time for me to draw field lines. Let's bring boldness. And again, the field lines, they can follow the lines that already existing on your drawing, or they can create something completely different, something completely new. The only thing that I wanted to mention, because I've seen it sometimes, people mention it, whatever we do, we always keep our eyes open. It's a practice of attention. We never just close our eyes and allow the spontaneous drawing. It's a conscious process. Like we allow ourselves to witness the changes, to witness the release of pressure, we witness of inviting higher powers. Like we paying attention to what it is going on, and we take responsibility as well. It's a conscious transformation. We are not just allowing, like, okay, let's everything happens the way it happens. We're taking some actions, like all the surroundings, we inviting transformation in the most harmonious way. Like we're really trying to make sure that it will be gentle for us, it will be supporting, and it will be beautiful. Satisfaction will be during the process. Because if you just say like, okay, I'm ready for the transformation, transformation could be quite a challenge. Let's prepare yourself for the transformation at least. It's talking about transformation, my personal story, about 6-7 years ago, I went to, I was in Russia, and I decided, there was some events led me to this experience, but I decided to sign up for the intense workshop related to the holotropic breathwork. If you ever tried it, it's a very powerful, very effective, but it could be quite brutal experience, especially when it's done Russian way. So I went one person and I came back completely different person. Like really, everything has changed. And I was not ready for this transformation. My husband was not ready for this transformation. My parents were not ready for the transformation. It was a real challenge to adapt everything to new me. And so when we do all these roundings, I really invite you to prepare yourself. The transformation should not be challenging. It could be gentle. It could be conscious. It could be beautiful. Invite this awareness that like, okay, I embrace changes without ruthless experiences. Because my changes, I can do it like step by step. I don't have to do everything at once. So this is the gentlest method I've ever tried. And that's why I dare to teach it. And that's why it's not a therapy. It's you can use it as a coaching and self-coaching and self-care because it's gentle. If you follow this simple steps, and it will be effective. You don't have to dive very deep and very sudden, and it's and still feel the help, still feel the support, still feel the changes in your life. If you want some drama or some like very fast results, be careful with them. Like be aware, like be careful with what you wish for. Just, I still love holotropic breathwork. I just, you need to be very careful using it. It's quite very powerful instrument, and it's supervised, and all these people who around you make sure that they take care of you during the process. It could be fun in its own way.
How would you compare it to like Kundalini exercises?
I did not practice Kundalini because really the 3 days of holotropic breath work intense awakened everything that could be awakened. So that's why I'm saying that it was quite brutal for me, like really stress for the body. When your body starts shaking because of the vibrations, it's very hard to process all those vibrations at the same time. And it's not just body adjusted, but your consciousness expanded so much that it's a huge revolution in every, like, basically what's happened, like I took all the 3 elements and shake it for 3 days till it starts shifting, and it was fun after I adjusted to everything.
Wow.
But there was at some point I believed, like, okay, so maybe it's time to cry for help. And so I'm very careful now when I'm going to some extreme situations, extreme challenging. I still go to them because nothing can be more challenging. Like I feel like I have immunity now, but it's not for everyone. I'd say it could be challenging, really challenging. Many people who experienced Kundalini awakening, and I've seen very strong men who experienced it. Women, very conscious, very aware of the process, and it still be challenging, and it still be very powerful in how the body reacts, and how it's nobody can give you decent explanations, and like, okay, so everybody say, like, who experience, like, okay, you just have to be with this, allow it to be, don't try to suppress, and it's okay. It's the good thing that it's not constantly stay with you. It's just you adapt, your body adapts to it, and at some point it can be gone until it's come again. It's fun. Long time for me since then. Okay, it's time for me to highlight what is the most important. And for you, again, like, see what is really important for you. Is it this integration area, the area of being creator of your life? Is it maybe some opportunities that are coming your way? Maybe it's some areas that you really want to focus and balance it. So see what's the most important for you. For me, I will just go simple way and highlight this triangle. I just highlight the creator inside of me. It's always fun. Okay. Yeah, I'm so surprised. Like as at the beginning, I said like this was my drawing first time. So gentle, so feminine, so so different. And this is really so intense. I'm curious, what is the intensity about? I have no idea already how I got to this memories. It really led me to them. Okay, I see it. I really see the triangle. It's I love how it's balanced. Like this is not sharp, but it's has all this bold. It has boldness, harmony. It's, I don't know. It gives me some support. Matthew, you are probably the only person from us who is living in a big city. I know that I live in suburban. Kenny is living in suburban, yes?
I am a little bit of both. I'm in an urban suburban situation.
Urban suburban.
I live literally 3 blocks from a hospital.
Okay, okay. So it's a different environment.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm 6 minutes from downtown Portland.
Portland?
Yep.
I thought you were in Issaquah.
Nope. Portland, Oregon.
Ah,
Home of the
okay.
riots.
I was so mistaken, like the whole state is, I was just like thinking that you are a neighbor.
Actually, home of the protests, but the news likes to call them riots.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. According to the news, the city's on fire and
Okay.
none of it's true.
Yeah, like there is always some cities appear in news. You never know who will be next.
Yeah, they really try to make it look one way for sure. It's all of 3-4 blocks of an entire city where the activity is going on.
Seattle already had their famous, bees famous for our area. It's all gone now. Okay, so I finished mine. If you want to share yours, please feel free. I really like mine. Even it's intense. Tomorrow, I will look at it tomorrow. See, maybe something new I will see in it. Maybe something different what I don't notice yet.
Let's show you mine.
Okay, show yours.
Yeah. It's a bit different today. I think I say that every time, actually. It's always different.
It's always different.
So I used, you're talking about pens. I have this one, Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen, but it's brown. It's dark sepia. And
okay,
I
so
really
it's
like this.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, so it's not black. So I drew these lines, and so it just looks different. But I quite like the way that it comes out, because when you go over it again, it gets darker and darker. So I can tell, you know, over here, there's not much. I've gone over it a few times, but over here it's quite dark, and so it adds like another dimension to it. I quite like that, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like when we have this grade of colors, how it's really changed the intensity. So very gentle surroundings, like really, first of all, it's even your integration, like all three objects, I love how balanced they are and how gentle they are. So they really create this, still be colorful, but gentle environment around you. And one more thing that I wanted to mention, like if you don't like bold black lines, you may try to do different colors. You can try to use blue, red. Just be aware that, like, when you bring this additional colors, it's quite a challenge to integrate them, but you can play with this. If you use two colors, the corners that need to be rounded, you use a color that is lighter. Like if you use black
I was going
and
to say
red,
the same thing. Yeah.
And it's
It's brown.
can create different, and it can create very beautiful drawings. So yeah, I love how dynamic it is and how very interesting, very beautiful organic lines you have, all different, and it's a very very alive, like they really alive, curious. I call your lines curious lines. Like they're really curious.
Curious lines, not neuro lines, they're curiosity lines. Yeah, I have. There was one other thing that was different about this drawing today, which was almost no rounding at all. You know, you notice where there's intersections, I barely even did it. I was watching a video from Pavel Piskarev on Instagram. It goes for about 10 minutes. It's one of his latest things, and he shows himself drawing it. And yeah, he did the same thing, where rather than sort of having an intersection and drawing this little sort of, you know, spider web sort of pattern, he just went over and over the lines, but then traced them, and then traced a different shape, and then this way, and then eventually the corners just rounded themselves. And yeah, like here, you can see that.
Yes, yeah, like
well, I haven't actually
it's his technique. But I have to say, like when he is teaching basic user course, he is make sure that everybody learns first how to round each corner. So it's a little bit advanced, but it's yes, you can use it. And the sensation is like, how do you feel safe around your drawing? Is it enough for your roundings, or are you still agitated about it? Like, so it's the question about enough. Like, yeah, I do sometimes, like especially when we have many skinny lines, I do the same way. I just follow and go in the corner. So like if we have this beautiful many lines, like we just go and round.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly how I did it. Yeah, and this is nice. Like it looks like the roots of a plant or something. Yeah, it just feels very natural.
And it creates this different thickness of lines depending how many times you want to repeat it. Let me switch camera.
I've done the exact opposite.
Look at you, you have the whole album already.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to find something. I did it ages ago. You know, you talk about this thing where you push a coin across the page. It's one of the first things I ever did. Where is it? Oh, yeah, this one. So this is the total opposite, where this is very, very manual. So I know this is totally off topic. I hope it's okay to hijack your lesson. But, you know, like really forcing the roundings on every single corner. And yeah, like, so I've done both, is all I'm saying. And yeah, this new way feels a bit more natural.
It's a opportunity to expand your toolbox, like really, and you can choose when you want to use which method. It's we always start with this one because it's just is simpler to explain and simpler to practice. But you can try something different all the time. The most important that it need to be rounded, that like you feel comfortable about them, like there is no conflict, because we're working with symbols and it's very important. I've seen some people do, you know, like we have, for example, intersection of elements, and they just round this one and the corners still be there. So when they have this, a lot of crossing that still have the crossing, like still have the angle.
I can't see your page.
It still be like, oh, you don't see because
yeah, wrong camera.
You see my face. Okay, wait, here I am. Come, like you see, like I still have the corners here.
Yes.
And it still be like, for my mind recognize those corners. For me, it still be conflict there. I feel like I've done some gesture, but the conflict is not resolved. And in this case, it's very important to make sure that you feel it, that like you really have the solid situation. You can go and highlight, like follow this element, like, but if you do it several times, you can create this more harmonious and more dynamic roundings, but it still be solid in most cases. Like you still don't see this corners.
Yeah, and I like this way because when you go over the same line, it gets darker and darker every time, a little bit thicker, and so it becomes more like a root, and then the rest of them are branches, and or like the trunk of the tree as opposed to the branches of the tree. So, or in the neural sense, it's like a stronger neural pathway or stronger connection, and the rest of them are like smaller river streams or something, you know. And so this, like you're saying before about having 3 dimensions or having depth to the picture, yeah, this this has a lot more depth.
Okay, I can do it forever, so
Oh, yeah.
we have to finish. Yeah. Whenever I start like drawing, I'm just
yeah,
addicted. It's my addiction. Okay, so Kenny, you look like it looks like a nesting doll. Like really, oh, you highlighted like the green man.
Yeah, so I actually saw the yin and yang sign as well. And then I think this is me. This is like the bolder version of me.
Interesting. Green woman.
Well, I kind of struggled with the color, what to choose, and I wanted something that would flow, that was light, gentle, and I'm probably going to still do some shading. It's probably not going to stay that color.
So are you planning to expand this gray color external, or you want to hold it inside?
Well, I did that to kind of accentuate the yin and yang symbol that I was seeing naturally there. So I might bring it out.
So I would say, even if you don't want to create the flow, support it at some other areas so it doesn't feel suppressed.
Okay.
Because the gray, it's gray, not black, not clear black. So the gray is about
Very
structure.
light black.
Like, yeah, if it's yin yang. So it's may represent, like, if it's a black, it's a version of it could be some grief or some control, like really structure. So the control and structure are on a it's a different sides of the same scale. We need structure, but many people feel that like they controlled when like somebody imposed the structure to them. So make sure that you feel comfortable about structure and you don't feel overwhelmed or controlled by it.
I'm not controlled, I can tell you that. I'm probably one of the most free people you've ever met.
Good. So just be aware, like maybe it's a little again. So see what you resonate with. So
okay.
Is it real? To me, it's like a. You know, you said it was like a man before, and now it's a woman. And then you've got the moon, which is like these crescent moons, which is the moon is a feminine energy. It's almost like one of those fertility dolls, actually, the green thing. But yeah, I see this sort of like not a duality, but you know, there's a sense of balance, and yeah, you've got this yin and yang thing. But you know, the fact that you have a figure, it was a man, now it's a woman. You know, it was a moon, now it's a symbol of the black and the white, and you know, there's this sort of a harmony,
male and
a harmony in the bringing together of two separate aspects, I think.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting from it as well. Thank you. You said it very well.
Okay, so thank you for sharing. Like really, see what kind of environment you want to be.
Yeah.
Like what is around you. So
I really love it. I really love it so far. So yeah, very curious to see how this turns out. I even see a big finger. This even looks like a finger to me. Like that's the nail. I saw one earlier, but yeah, that one very much looks like a finger to me. Interesting. Alrighty. Thank you.
See where it's pointing.
Right.
Is it index finger? There, go there.
Going up. This
yeah.
is good.
Yeah. Some like see this. There is some opportunity there for you. So.
All right.
Good for you. Okay, so net. Okay, a little bit closer to yourself. Okay, good. I love colors. It's like really very gentle.
Pink.
Pink looks very feminine. It's I loved how they complement each other, and you have two different greens. Yes.
Yes, there are more than two.
More than two greens. Nice. And it's balanced. I love how it's balanced. It's
getting to the balance.
Like I love everybody's drawings because they are not so gentle, and like I will I need to find my peace with my intensity. It is interesting. Yeah, intensity. I will find my peace with this, whatever I have to do. Okay, so Matthew, have a great day. Ladies, have a great night. And whoever is going to watch us later, so have a great time of the day for you. If you have any questions, it's the best to ask them in the group, Facebook group, and we're looking forward to see your drawings. Please post them. Most likely the video will be uploaded tomorrow, because it's already evening for me. So looking forward to your drawings as always. If you have any suggestions about what you want, what kind of class you want to experience, maybe some methods that you want to work with, some topics very important, we can do it together. Always looking for the inspiration. So thanks a lot. Have a great day or night, and see you soon. See you next week.
Thank you, Anna.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.